So I've been working on the other side of the workshop, patching things up and resealing them, and I've got quite a bit of work to do. But this is the next section. And this is all the stuff I should probably organize. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a shelf, organize all this junk, and start scraping that and preparing it to be resealed up correctly so we have more workable room for the workshop. Well, we found the crack. Oh, these are my gutters. Cracks. I was kidding about this man. Hey everybody, it looks pretty simple. Day 2 or 3. Continue making sure that's got a good seal to it. There we go. One cheap shelf from Harbor Freight, and I can actually get to my work area now. Gonna scrape all that off, put some infill material, and then throw on some Kills It. And yes, I am going to pretend to be an adult and hit it with a vacuum cleaner. One thing you'll want to do after you scrape off all the paint with your scraper is take one of these brushes or something similar and take a pass with it. Then you're good to go ahead and add your material to cracks. Then once the material's dry, paint it, and when that's done, it should all look like that, having less water seeping in and more room for us to work and make things for you guys. After this part of the wall's done, we're going to be starting on that. Yeah, there's a lot to do to make this place work the way we want for our projects, but it's definitely worth the effort. So I'm not sure how, but I lost the video where I showed you the actual infill material I was using, but basically it's this. It comes in a normal caulk gun cartridge, and it's not bad, but I was later told that there's something better to use, but this is what I used and it worked pretty okay. Alright, so we are at the point where we can actually start painting some of this while I wait for the other material to show up that I need to patch the worst holes. So this whole section here is paint ready. Outside of a little bit of cleanup I still gotta do. Got most of it up, but man, was there a lot. So the thing we're going to be doing next is using one of these to mix my Kills It so it's ready to be painted. And yes, you can do it by hand, but by golly, why would you if you've got one of these lying around? And start spinning. There we go. And I would suggest keeping it at your lowest setting so it doesn't go fast enough to, spray stuff everywhere. Let's see if you guys can get a good look at that. And she's good to paint. Let's get the paint. And yes, you can use a paint roller for this. Instead, I'm going to hate myself and use a bad brush. And I'm just joking, I've got good brushes for this. So we're gonna start there and work our way down. Basically all that's left is pretty boring. Basically all I gotta, because that's really all you gotta do. Like the last bit is just time consuming. You strip out the bad, you brush it off, you fill in the material with that pre-mixed stuff that I used, and then once it's dry, you top it off with Kills It, and it'll keep it good for quite a while. Well, I thought it would be boring and easy. Here are a few things I found that made that not the case. I'm down here working on the wall, and there's a light behind here we can't figure out where it goes to. We thought it was connected to those. It's not. We thought it was connected to any of the lights in here. It's not. Light shining from over here, and it's not. I have no idea where this is coming from. Somehow when I bought this house, I didn't realize that the person I was buying it from built that secondary basement bathroom around a window that they just kind of walled off, didn't do anything with. I think that's where a lot of our spiders have been coming through, because that window's not as sealed as I would like. I'm not angry, I'm just upset. Well, we found the crack that's been generating most of our problems behind this paint. And it was actually hidden in an area where I thought only a little bit like this was going to come off, and it went all the way down to the problem. Wonder if we're going to find any more. Hey, more. And more. I'm so glad I bought that extra bigger bucket of sealant. That's not a problem I was kind of expecting, because that is roots. So you guys have a good one. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and anytime I do anything wrong, let me know. It happens pretty often. And leave any suggestions for any future videos or anything else down below. Thanks. You guys have a great weekend. Or wait, I think this is going up on a Tuesday. You guys have a great midweek.